Alright, the priest isn't necessarily the best matchup, but it's not the worst matchup. Alright, so quality consecrate. Well, that can bail me out if I get into any trouble, and I've got an early turn play anyway, so get rid of Tyrion. Oh, I did not want to draw that. Alright, I will... I'll just pass. Opponent made no play, no point burning the coin, especially with my hand being slightly rubbish. The priest would have just healed any damage anyway. So I'll save the coin in case I draw into a big thing, and, you know, it's better than missing out on an entire turn. Alright, so it doesn't look like this priest has a particularly generous hand either. Now, when you're versing a priest, you have to be really careful with your legendaries, especially Tyrion. Alright? Because if Tyrion dies, your opponent will get the weapon, which will make you have a really bad time. Alright, I'm gonna probably drop that Twilight Drake's attack with this. I could swing at it, take 4 damage, yeah, or I could use equality. But I'm probably just going to drop it down and ignore it. Yeah, so if your opponent mind controls Tyrion, you basically lost the game. Ragnaros, it's a little bit less for game loss because you can equality and ram Ragnaros. Please don't get Tyrion. Okay, I can hack that. Now, what do I want to do? I can use my sword and ram that to kill that, but then that will kill that. I can equality consecrate here, which wouldn't be terrible. I could charge both these at that, or I could faceless manipulator that, but I won't. I'm feeling the true silver champion.
For justice.
I'm full health, so I've got no problem swinging at enemy creatures. There we go, get rid of that. And keep the damage up. Yeah, so basically gotta play around mind control. Alright, so I'm gonna faceless manipulator that. Yeah, I'll faceless manipulator that. Can use that to kill that. Which I might do. I'm sort of playing under the premise that he doesn't have an ooze. So around that there. I'll keep my sword. If I can do some damage to Khan, then... okay. Chucking out the mind games. Please don't get Rag or Tyrion. That's fine. Yeah, I forgot Holy Smite. So to the face. What do I want to do here? I can equality consecrate. Is it dangerous enough? Maybe. Alright, so if I quality consecrate, then that resets that, and then Kane can charge into Bane and leave Bane on 1 health, which I can sword. And that leaves me with a full health or 3, and leaves them with nothing. So let's go for that.
For justice.
Yeah, that works.
For justice.
All upon us.
I might drop the coin just to do that. A little bit of waste of coin, but it gives me a bit more of a strong board presence. Now if he summons Rag, I've got a big game hunter, so that's probably a target that I least wanted that to hit, but big game hunter counters Rag, so let's go Harvest and Reinforce. There's nothing to swing my sword at, so I get a strong board. Now this is probably going to get AoE'd, but the creatures have sort of done what they're meant to do. Here comes first Holy Nova. Alright, now depending on what he does, I can lay on hands. He goes for the old heal, so I gotta get rid of Blood Mage. I'll take that out. I've got a True Silver Champion, so I'm gonna heal myself. Hey, cool.
The light protects me.
Alright, so we're obviously at the 10 mana stage. So my opponent can do really annoying things. Like play Hogger. Alright, I can play Defender of Argus and True Silver Champion Hogger, which I am strongly considering. The other play is to Equality Avenging, but that is a really powerful move, so I'm not going to waste that yet. Now, in hindsight, I should have summoned my minion first. So that was a bit of a noob error. Hogger's too dangerous to leave on the field. And I would rather sacrifice the Divine Shield to getting rid of Hogger than play a Blood Knight and get a huge Divine Shield. Especially now that he's on 10 mana, but I do have to bait out his mind controls somehow. Hopefully I can sort of force him into a position where he has to use a bad mind control and take one of these little creatures rather than something big. Now Guardian of Kings is going to heal me again, so I was sort of lucky to see a few of my healing cards, but I'm towards the end of my deck anyway. So yeah, Paladins are pretty rugged. You can get a lot of health back. So I'm wondering what he's thinking. But I do have a few more Divine Shields in my deck coming up, so Blood Knight could get really big. I'm not going to play Tyrion until I know he's got no mind control. So once he's used a mind control, I'll probably risk it. Some people run 2 mind controls. Good on them. So he had pretty much a dud turn. It's good for me. But it does worry me. Alright, I've got no problem using Blessing of Kings. On a 5-5, yeah, let's chuck it on my Defender of Argus. If he becomes big, I can Equality and destroy him. So, or I can basically make him useless in all number of ways. So,
For justice.
I got to keep the sword, and I'll float 4 mana. Better than using these cards badly, because these cards are really good ways to get back in the game. Alright. Fair enough. Well, now I've got a choice. I either use these and destroy it, or I just make it useless. So now what it's going to do is be a dedicated recruit killer, which is okay by me. So it's getting to the point where...
No time for games.
Okay, well that's really annoying. And I know what I'm going to do.
Not
quite what was planned.
I'm gonna ram everything into that, so his Windrunner's effect misses. It takes control of a minion, but it needs minions to take control of. So
Last warning. The battle.
do I chance an Avenging Wrath? That would be the greedy play. That's some merit to trying it. Or I could a quality Avenging Wrath for a definite board clear. Yeah. Well, I got my sword, so I'll chance an Avenging Wrath. Alright, so I'll use my sword to clear out that guy. Dropping an Argent Squire. And why not? I'll play my Blood Knight now. There we go. So, it's relatively tempting for him to mind control that. Oh no! The odds of him stealing one of my legendaries is huge. Ah well. I'm gonna try to beat him this turn. What, so 7, 15. Alright, so now I can't do it. Alright. So I do 6 damage to drop into 12, and you probably heal to 14. Do another 6 damage. I wish I knew if he had my legendary or not.
For Lorthamar.
I need 4 more damage. Alright, so Tyrion will bait out a mind control. Alright, there's a chance he doesn't have mind control. If he steals Tyrion, then I can get rid of him and give my opponent a Mega Sword. But I'm pretty sure he just got one of my legendaries. I really wish I could play Rag first, but this is the way the cards were dealt. And you know, every so often people don't have mind control. Ah, there we go. Didn't have mind control, so he had to surrender. And that's how Paladins go. Yeah, didn't necessarily draw the most cards in the game, but each one of my cards was taken down. A couple other cards, and yeah, that's the Paladin. Pretty strong class. You do have to think a little bit differently, but it's basically get good trades, make your opponent waste 2 cards on one of your guys, which Divine Shield is great for, which so much of the Paladin stuff is great for. So I hoped this helped you understand the Paladin class, and I hope you give it a try. I've had tons of fun. It is one of the more expensive decks to run, kind of. Like, the Paladin epics are just so good, and so if you're losing with the Paladin, try track down some of the epics. Or the legendary, who's just obscene. Shame I didn't really get to show you the legendary in action, but it's amazing. Alright, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.